Hi everybody, today we're going to look at the main causes of World War II. There were 10 main causes of World War II, and we're going to look at each one of them in this video. We'll explore the Treaty of Versailles, Hitler's foreign policy aims, Hitler's actions, the Munich Conference, the weakness of the League of Nations, the policy of appeasement, the Nazi-Soviet Pact, the Polish Corridor, Japanese aggression in the East, and American isolation. Okay, let's kick things off with the Treaty of Versailles. After World War I, Germany was forced to sign the Treaty of Versailles, which severely punished Germany. Germans greatly resented this. Terms of the treaty included: Germany had to sign a war guilt clause accepting full responsibility for World War I. They had to pay £6.6 billion in reparations. They could not enter the Rhineland. They lost the Polish Corridor. The German army was reduced to 100,000 men, and union with Austria was forbidden. Up next, we have Hitler's foreign policy aims. Hitler wanted to make Germany great again, but this aim was bound to disturb peace in Europe because it meant taking over non-German territory. His foreign policy had three main aims: to unite all German-speaking people to form a greater Germany, to abolish the Treaty of Versailles, and to obtain Lebensraum or living space in Eastern Europe for his greater Germany. Hitler's actions were also a cause of World War II. As soon as he came to power, he began to destroy the Treaty of Versailles. In 1935, rearmament began. In 1936, Hitler remilitarized the Rhineland. In 1938, he united Germany and Austria, which was called the Anschluss. So up next, we have the Munich Conference. Next, Hitler laid claim to the Sudetenland, so this was the German-speaking part of Czechoslovakia. Czechoslovakia, however, refused to hand the Sudetenland over. Britain, France, and Italy all met Hitler at the Munich Conference in 1938 to sort the issue out. Czechoslovakia, however, was not invited. At the end of this conference, the Czechs were forced to hand over the Sudetenland. When Chamberlain came home, he claimed to have achieved peace in our time, but 6 months later, Hitler took over the rest of Czechoslovakia. Hitler could no longer claim to be uniting all German-speaking people, as he was not welcomed in the rest of Czechoslovakia as he had been in the Sudetenland, Austria, and Rhineland. The weakness of the League of Nations was another cause of World War II. The League of Nations was set up after World War I to promote international cooperation and achieve international peace. But they failed to stop Hitler, Japan, or Mussolini from expanding beyond their borders. The League of Nations had a number of weaknesses. First up, America did not join. Second, all decisions had to be unanimous. And thirdly, the League had no army to protect weaker countries. The policy of appeasement is our next cause. Britain and France gave in to Hitler's demands because they followed a policy called appeasement. They believed that if they gave in to Hitler's demands, then they would avoid war. So the Nazi-Soviet Pact is cause number 7. The fascists, or the Nazis, and the communists hated each other, but in 1939, Hitler and Stalin surprised the world when they signed the Nazi-Soviet Pact. They agreed to a 10-year non-aggression pact which Hitler later broke. They agreed to divide Poland between themselves. This pact meant that Hitler could invade Poland without risking war on his eastern side. The Nazi-Soviet Pact also gave Stalin time to build up his army after it had been severely damaged by his purges and show trials. So cause number 8 is the Polish Corridor. The Polish Corridor separated Germany from one of her provinces, East Prussia. Hitler demanded the return of the Polish Corridor, but Poland refused. Britain and France supported Poland, but Hitler believed that they were too far away to actually help Poland. And because Britain and France had been following a policy of appeasement, Hitler didn't think they'd do anything anyway. On the 1st of September 1939, Hitler invaded Poland. 2 days later, on the 3rd of September 1939, Britain and France declared war on Germany. So cause number 9 is Japanese aggression in the East. Japan expanded into China in the 1930s. The League of Nations failed to stop this. Japan also invaded Indochina, which is Vietnam today, and the US imposed economic sanctions as a result. Japan decided to destroy the US Pacific Fleet at Pearl Harbor, Hawaii. This attack on Pearl Harbor in December of 1941 brought the United States into the war. Our final cause is American isolation. America did not join the League of Nations after World War I. Even though America was the most powerful country in the world, she hoped to stay isolated and away from any future conflict. However, America was forced to take action because of Japanese expansion in Asia. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye!